Before I get started, how come NYWC doesn't play that song anymore before the shows begin? NYWC, I am the administrator of the NYWC message board, Robert Lottie. Aftermath 2014 was a great show despite a lack of crowd considering WWE was running at the Nassau Coliseum. The show began with Reckless and Wasted, JT Kaysen and Braden Knight along with the big dog Steve Forge as they welcomed, the newest member of the NYWC roster, Greg Excellent. And they had all decked out in St. Patrick's Day gear, even though it was a few days late. And as they were celebrating Milk Chocolate, Randy Summers and Brandon Watts come out and they introduced Jay Red and they were singing, I don't know what song that was. And that led up to Reckless and Wasted and Greg Excellent teaming up to take on Milk Chocolate and Jay Red in a fun six-man tag team match, which saw Excellent and Reckless and Wasted get the W over Milk Chocolate and Jay Red. In the second matchup, which was also tag team action, the Greek god Papa Don and Jabali, or is it pronounced Habali, as they defeated the Grim Reaper and Alvin Alvarez in a pretty good matchup. Next matchup saw the Desolate One, Rex Lawless, defeat Chainsaw Joe Gacy, and I forgot how the match ended, but Lawless did get the pinfall. Up next, Matt Justice and Jesse Vane defeated Rack and Sack, Nicky Adams and Dickie Rods to retain the Tag Team Championship. And Matt Justice and Jesse Vane seemingly got cheap thrills out of Nicky Adams. In a battle of Masters of the Mat winners, 2012 Masters of the Mat winner, Premier Athlete Anthony Nese defeated 2014 Masters of the Mat winner Drew Gulak. Very good competitive matchup. It seems that Nese, since returning, has now won 2 in a row and on quite a winning streak here. They had gone to intermission after that. And then the show resumed with Commissioner Brian Vitko comes to the ring and he introduced the new Starlets to the crowd. And he also mentioned that last month's Psycho Circus was the most successful in NYWC history. All three new starlets who debuted at the Joker's Wild Battle Royal, Aria Cadenza, Sammy Pickles, and Debbie Kane, who actually debuted sooner, I believe. They're all in the ring, and Vitko's about to talk to them. And Crusher Dugan comes out, and Aria Cadenza double clotheslined Sammy Pickles and Debbie Kane, and Cadenza left the ring, and she and Dugan left the ring, had left together. Before I go any further, I forgot to mention, during the opening six-man tag, Bill Carr had hit the ring, and Milk Chocolate eventually forgot about the six-man tag as they kept doing a number on him. After the other ladies were out of the ring, J-Ro comes out and announced that, once again, he was bumped from the show due to the segment with the new Starlets, and Brian Vitko announced that he's currently on the Mr. Entertainment Brian Vitko Bury the Hatchet 2014 tour. Brian, that's a mouthful. And said, you know what, you want a match? Well, you got a match with a guy who I haven't seen eye to eye with in the past. And out came the Devil's Outlaw Stockade, and Stockade was basically giving J-Ro an education, and eventually J-Ro had won the match via countout when Stockade attempted a power bomb on the exposed floor, and J-Ro managed to avoid Stockade's grasp and got back in the ring by the count of 10. Up next, Flawless Blake Morris defeated Francis Kipling Stevens to retain the Fusion Championship. One point in the match, Chainsaw Joe Gacy had distracted the referee, and Francis seemingly had the title won. Definitely something, I'll get to that later on. Up next, Chrissy Rivera defeated Marty Bell in a street fight to become the new NYWC Starlet Champion. And, crap. Oh, man. Yeah, that was quite a match which involved thumbtacks, a box of Legos. There was some little toy guitar. I don't know if it was something by My Little Pony or something like that. And it was, couldn't believe Marty Bell taking those thumbtacks. But we'd have a new Starlet Champion crowned. Up next, it was main event time as King Mega challenged No Fear Mike Mondo. Throughout this matchup, Mega attempted his huge chokeslam, but Mondo kept avoiding it. Eventually, Mega hits the choke slam. Blake Morris runs out, puts Mondo's foot on the bottom rope. And then eventually Mondo had Mega down for a 3 count. Mikey Whipwreck runs out, puts Mega's foot on the rope. Whipwreck end up super kicking Morris on the floor. And the referee did not see Whipwreck spitting red mist into the face of Mondo. However, eventually Mondo eventually pulled off the win, pinning King Mega to retain the heavyweight championship. After the match ended, Mega took the microphone and mentioned that Mikey Whipwreck's been his friend for 15 years, and he announced and he put out a challenge for April Rain on Saturday night, April 26th, for Mega to team up with Mikey Whipwreck to have a tag match with No Fear Mike Mondo and Flawless Blake Morris. All right, it was great seeing Greg and his daughter Sarah. Alvin Alvarez, thank you for that photo, and still, again, that's a great T-shirt that was created. Good seeing Ralph Duke, Jason Ligg, John Kurz, Shane, Neil. I don't think I crossed paths with him. Maybe I did. Great talk with Nikki Adams during intermission. Well, I guess I could start with the memorable quotes. I got it better than you, Robert Lottie! Jay Red during the 6-man tag team matchup. I watch your YouTube show after the shows. Matt Justice when he noticed me in the crowd. Well, I guess I can get on with this now. Ooh. Oh, thank you, Forge, for driving me to the after party after the show. What I do want to get to is that, well, here's, I guess, a wish list for April Rain on Saturday, April 26th. I can see Francis Kipling Stevens against Chainsaw Joe Gacy. I know I'm skipping ahead here, but I'd like to see Francis Kipling Stevens face Flawless Blake Morris for the Fusion title at Fusion on Saturday, May 31st, in which it could be, I'd like to see a leather strap match between the two of them. But also for April Rain, I'd like to see a rematch pitting Rack and Sack against Vane and Justice. Milk Chocolate against Apollyon and Bill Carr if Apollyon is ready to come back. J-Rowe have a match with maybe Tony Nese, since J-Rowe's been really on a hot streak, and Nese came back and he's on a hot streak himself. I forgot. Great seeing Ashling. Ew. Great seeing Robert Franklin and his kids. Haven't seen him at the shows in quite a while. Well, one thing I have to say, this one kid who kept going right by me during the matches, and he was throwing Legos, I don't know, at Marty Bell or at the ring. What I don't understand is, I mean, this kid's father was like sitting 2 rows behind me. I don't know, why didn't he get up and tell his kid not to do that instead of someone from NYWC saying don't throw any more Legos towards the ring? We all know, everybody knows it's wrong to do that, and it's wrong to jump over that guardrail. Well, I guess that'll do it from here. NYWC rules.